Is that something that you look at with guards, and is that something that stood out with Banks a few years ago, his quickness?
I can't exactly remember his shuttle, but I hope it was good. But no, we want to know how quick they are, and that's one of the measures to it. But there's sometimes you've seen guys with good shuttles, and for some reason it just doesn't equate to the game. And I've seen it the opposite way. So you do it long enough, and whatever you look into can contradict itself. But that is one of the main things starting when I first got into football, and I thought that was one of the most important things in quickness for a slot receiver and things like that. And then you start to watch it with kind of everybody. And I think when you talk to guards and running the ball and coming off the ball fast like we ask them to do and reach three techniques and things like that, quickness is probably the most important thing. The 10, which is a quick first step and rarely gets to the 40, but all those shorter stuff.
You mentioned last night kind of trying to find that way to thread the needle between making sure 2024 is the best team possible and still kind of looking ahead to the future. How much more difficult has that gotten as the years have gone on and this nucleus you've kind of been with for so long?
It gets harder each year because one, it's when you keep your nucleus together, there's not as many holes for just people to come in and take, and so you know, especially later in the draft, it can get harder in spots and things like that. And obviously, from what everyone knows, the better guys play, and you re-sign your own guys, it just becomes very tough to keep a nucleus together. So each time, you know, free agency's harder in that way, the draft's harder in that way, and we always try to make decisions always about what's best for now, with always going into the future. And as the money gets higher and our situation gets like this, it definitely gets harder.
John, you mentioned the other day that with the 83 players that didn't come out because of the options the players have with either NIL or transfer portal, will make the end of the draft possibly a little weaker. What kind of challenge do you face for day 3 with that regard?
There's still good players out there. That's our job, to go find them. I do think there's probably not the quantity that there typically is in a draft. It probably runs out of some gas. But our challenge is to find who those guys are and find the guys who have an opportunity to help make our team better. And, you know, there's some element to just throwing more darts and seeing who sticks. So a little combo of those. We did think of just getting it all over with, trading our draft. No, I'm just joking. But we'll always work till the end. And then free agency is always critical. You know, it's fun. Kyle and I were down there today, but the whole group, the coaches, the scouts, all go in, and they're having the free agent meeting already, trying to anticipate, you know, who. And that's always a delicate thing to call these kids who really are confident that they're getting drafted, but just kind of putting the bug in their ear that, hey, if you're still there, we'd love to have you come join us. And our guys do a really good job of that. And, you know, we look forward to having a really productive day tomorrow. And that means all the way, you know, into free agency, all the way through our post-draft party. We're going to have fun.
All 3 of your guys today spoke about their football intelligence. Not that you ever go after guys that don't have that, but it seemed like that was an emphasis of your selection so far.
Yeah, I think we always focus on that. You know, one thing Kyle and I tried to do when we got here is you know, we felt like everybody should have a clear understanding of exactly what we want in a player. And that's not only on the field, but it's the qualities we want them to embody. We want 49ers to embody. You know, we don't need, you know, Phi Beta Kappas, but we need people who understand football and can process quickly and all that, and who love football more than anything. I think that's the biggest thing. It's a hard sport, and so seasons are long, seasons are tough, the game hurts, so you need people who love it. And you know, we've got Fred Warner. What he does out there is contagious to everyone on his team, and we want to continue to bring people. And when I think of these guys, these guys fit that bill. Ricky fits that bill. So we want to continue to bring guys in like that. And the more like-minded people you do, you've got an opportunity to do something special, and I think that's what we have. All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.